Welcome back, everybody, to the New York Giants Madden 22 franchise rebuild. Last episode, we beat Kansas City in the season opener. It was a fantastic game. Today, we'll get a lot more progress into this fifth season. And while last year we didn't do a lot of simulating, I imagine we'll do at least a couple of games here in this one. The team looks really good once again, and we are battling a couple injuries right now. Ruben Knight is going to miss a few games, but same with second-year defensive lineman Quandre Holt. We'll upgrade his run stopping for now, but I did raise the injury slider for this season. We saw a few minor injuries pop up throughout the Week 1 game, and Holt ended up leaving twice. And we're definitely going to miss him, as he was already replacing Leonard Williams, and now someone has to replace him. I enjoy having that next man up element in the franchise, and the next man up in this case is actually one of the newest Giants. We traded for Abdul Hairston last episode because I wanted D-line depth. Well, now that depth is put to the test, as Hairston, a fourth-year veteran, will take over for Quandre Holt. And I'd say all around, he does give you something in run defense and pass rushing, but might not be great at anything. And we'll see how he performs today. I think there's a pretty high standard now set on this team. We have a couple upgrades to take care of here before our second game of the season. And here's a pass rushing boost going to Antonio Golson. And one player that I thought really shined in Week 1 was Jason Quinton. Both against the run and, of course, defending the pass. He did come away with an interception, and the duo of him in Springs in their first game together looked really, really good. The middle of the field was a dangerous area for Patrick Mahomes to throw, and especially against the receivers and Travis Kelce, that was an incredible performance, I thought, by the linebacking core. We're once again getting to upgrade Nick Gresham, and I saw some of you mention Dre Tatum in the comments. Yeah, we could see Gresham go to linebacker like we did with Dre Tatum in the Texans franchise rebuild, and he ended up being one of the best players, I'd say, from the entire series. Gresham has a long way to go, but hopefully with the development we can see him get a chance to get on the field. And you never know with injuries, like, we don't have a lot of linebacker depth right now, off-ball linebackers, so if Springs were to go down, Gresham's next man up in that case. Here's our first draft pick from last year, getting a whole 2 points in the upgrade, that's it. Just 2 finesse for Frank Sermon. How about Rashawn Graham? He was the leading receiver in Week 1. And now becomes an 83 overall with a focus here on his route running. It's a big season for him. I think that he's got tremendous upside. It's just whether or not he's able to realize it. We go through Week 2, and it's a close game here against Philadelphia, the last team that we did not beat. But basically, before our win streak began, we tied Philadelphia. So they weren't the last team to beat us, but they were the last team we didn't beat, I guess is one way to put it. 3 touchdowns, though, as we do defeat them in this meeting, sacking Jalen Hurts 4 times. Saquon Barkley, 170-1. A 59-yarder is in there. He'll be first in rushing right now in the NFL. Deontay Harris joined them this year, and he's a speedy playmaker, and he had a very good game, it appears. Tony scored, Thomas scored, as Rashawn Graham only had 55 yards, still respectable. A lot of tackles here for Cole Holcomb. Abdul Hairston picks up a sack in his first start, and Darnay Holmes gets the interception. Right now, we do have a first-round pick in the upcoming draft, and I didn't change much at all with the scouts because I feel like not having the early picks last year, I didn't get to address what I wanted to address. And this class was also good in some of the same areas. So we could be looking at another early corner. They're projecting us to pick 20th right now. I don't think we're going to pick 20th. But here late in the first round, you can find some interesting cornerbacks And when we have more information, we'll go through them. But already B-man coverage here for Justin Stanford. There's also Michael Archibald here, who is a first or second round talent. And don't have much on him yet. But basically, corner could be another good point of emphasis. And we'll have plenty of info on the top corners in the class. All right, before we take on Washington, who are the players we have to think about this year in regards to their contracts? Well, Saquon Barkley will want a new deal. James Bradbury, Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Hairston, Teron Armstead, Justin Tucker. This is really the core. And there is Brian Petrovsky looking for 5 years, $134 million right now. We'll see if he upgrades again before week 7. There's a good chance he gets there. I'd say he's halfway to his next upgrade. So this would only be 26.8 should he accept a deal like this. I thought it would be in the 30 range. It's a little bit lower. But regardless, we'll have that larger quarterback cap number starting next season. But there is plenty to figure out this year. Julian Love also happens to be a free agent. Emmanuel Adkins, Antonio Golson. How many starters? I'm going to count. 1 second. All right, I count 11 starters plus our kicker and a couple contributors. This is the ultimate contract year for the New York Giants. Wow. And we upgrade Luke Cook with a scrambler upgrade here. A little short accuracy. He is a 70 right now. And the ratings, I think, will make him a solid long-term backup. I think he has a little more speed, but I would compare his skill set here and kind of his play style to Case Keenum. Doesn't have the strongest arm, but can make plays outside the pocket. Cook just does so, I think, with a little more juice. The Giants are now 3-0, but these games have been oddly high scoring and very close. We beat the Washington football team by 3 points, 38-35. Petrovsky goes for 5 touchdowns, topping Drew Lock's 4. That's impressive. Barkley goes over 100 yet again. That's all 3 games this season. And Michael Thomas leads us in receiving, which I don't think he has all that much throughout his time so far with the Giants. But great job by both passing games and very little sack production, very little defense overall. I mentioned in the last episode about how the defense was playing so good we didn't have to win shootouts. Well, now we've won 3 games that have both gone over a 50 total, and that's kind of a high mark. That means the Giants' win streak is still alive, and we are going to defend it now against the Carolina Panthers, the team we beat in the NFC Championship to make it to the Super Bowl. And they'll try to end the streak here at 16 total games, I believe it is now. Brian Petrovsky takes home the Player of the Week award, and that actually is good for development. How much XP is that worth? 718, so it's still under 10% of his overall experience bar there, but it is going to help him likely have one more upgrade before his contract comes up. We're talking about Brian Petrovsky here in the press conference. How much of our success is because of Brian Petrovsky? It's a true team effort. The offense is leading the way right now. Let's praise Brian Petrovsky. I want to see what happens. Because, I mean, he's played so well. Our goal is to keep it going. 300 yards passing against the Carolina defense. Should be a fun one. I want to see this defend deep game plan play out again because it did so well against Kansas City outside of really one play. And I'd like to also have a throw it deep game plan here. That's going to be probably a combination I go with a lot. And let's get rid of this silly goal here with the fumbles. Abdul Hairston's going to miss this game now. An ACL sprain in practice. Hello, CJ Anderson, and Lance Crosby is out, so backup safety going to miss. And that's just the defense. Thankfully, no more injuries, but CJ Anderson's getting the start today, it appears. I read a little feedback about Luke Pope being a little too slow to kind of finish as a pass rusher at times. I do get some of that. He's got good ratings to be a pass rusher, but maybe we'll see a little more Raymond Johnson in this game. Only hesitation is that Pope is a good run defender, and I'm not sure how much they're going to run with CMC from these packages that force the rush D tackle in. We'll take a look at that, but perhaps Raymond Johnson will get some more pass rush snaps today as we take on Carolina. But first, I get to again upgrade Nick Gresham. I'm not sure why the points have added up so quickly here. Throw it deep, focus, the training. Okay, whatever. 69 overall. And man coverage, awareness. We still haven't gotten a speed upgrade, unfortunately. Let's upgrade Josh Meadows too while we're at it, with a variety of ratings going up here. And today's spot starter, it's CJ Anderson. Let's upgrade that pass rushing a little bit. +3, which gives him 66. He's really just supposed to be a run stopper. Oh, we're playing in the rain today. We haven't had one of these in a while. And we're trying to make it 17 games in a row. Is that what it is? We had the 10 regular season games. We had the 3 playoff games and now a 3-0 start. So yeah, 16 straight victories. That's really hard to pull off. It's the defense taking the field first, and we'll see if we can keep Carolina under a reasonable score today. We had that great streak to end last season, but now a new streak of allowing actually a lot of points. Christian McCaffrey had the gain of 2, and we'll run this again inside for about 4. 3rd and 5 for Sam Darnold. He'll air it out, and he missed with an open receiver. Yeah, that could be his ratings or could be the rain. I know Darnold's just like an 84 or something decent in here. The Giants start with a handoff, and Carolina makes the play on Saquon Barkley. His contract situation is going to be one of the biggest decisions of this year because it'll be a big salary if you want to keep him around. Petrovsky completes the Tony. But he wants a 5-year deal. That is not going to happen with him being 28, soon to be 29 years old. Just not a smart decision. But no doubt he's been a huge part of our success, and now Juwan Johnson takes us up to the 48. This definitely feels like the ultimate offseason for us to see how long this whole window stays open. We go play fake on 1st down. That's a catch. Nice job by Graham. Play action now at the 41 of the Panthers. All kinds of time. Petrovsky caught at the 5. It's Graham. And that's 1st and goal. Giants looking for the fast start. Thomas wide left. And we run it inside. Barkley gets 2. Oh, some movement here. This is big in the red zone. And it's against the Giants. Play fake. Petrovsky again protected. He dumps it short. There's nothing there to Thomas, and it's 3rd down. I don't know about this formation, but 3 tight ends now in the game. We fake it left. Oh my, what a mess. Not our best red zone sequence right there. 3-0 Giants, and it is McCaffrey going nowhere. Tried to juke his way past Jason Quinton. It was not successful. Darnold on 2nd down, and the pressure forces him to throw it away. Looked like blanket coverage across the board. Brings up a third down for Carolina. Darnold's got no more time. He's going down. It's Antonio Golson. Isn't he a couple months early? Usually we wait until week 10 for him to get going. Great start for the defense. Petrovsky fakes on first down. He wants to fire this one deep, and it's almost caught by Tony. Saw two defenders there. Wasn't sure that was the best call, but it was actually pretty close. Now from the empty set, a quick one into the hands of Barkley. What are we going to do with Saquon Barkley this year? That might be a situation where the franchise tag just makes things easier. 3rd and 5 now. Petrovsky open again. It's Tony. I really like what he's been able to do the last season and change. Becoming more than a catch-and-run threat, and you really need to be in Madden here with this style of a series because those skills just don't get used enough. Dumped off for Thomas, and that's a first down. Petrovsky's 8 for 9. The goal was 300 passing yards. He's well on his way. As we're going empty again, forget the running game here in the rain. Let Petrovsky throw. Time again. Now it runs out, though. And Burns was the first one there. He'll split it with Hassan Reddick. Aaron Slay is on the field. Okay. On 2nd and 18, Petrovsky out to Barkley. He'll take it to the 11. I'm guessing Thomas had subbed out there. He has like maxed out stamina, but it's only for a play. 3rd down and 5. Over the middle, caught Barkley, and down to the 1. Very pass-heavy approach by the Giants, and it appears to be working. Now Carolina hoping to force a second red zone field goal. And Barkley won't let that happen. It's a Giants touchdown. We look great here early on. Carolina doesn't look ready. Wait a minute. I simmed one play. We got the ball back. Touchdown Saquon Barkley. What'd I miss? Looks like interception by Jabril Peppers. It says 68 yards. I'm not sure if that's ever accurate, but it's already 17-0. Carolina hasn't done much. They just went 3 and out, and after a penalty, we find ourselves in Panther territory. And Barkley running up the middle, gets out to the 31. Can he make it 4 games to start the year over 100 yards? Here's that play fake again, but the play is made by Brian Burns, who sacks Petrovsky at the 37. Carolina needs a huge defensive sequence here. Handoff Barkley, and even on 2nd and long, running the ball isn't even a bad idea. We get 8 yards there like it's no big deal. Now 3rd and 9. They'll bring 4. Petrovsky got it away. 1-6, and it's tipped away from Thomas. Justin Tucker makes it 20-0. Is this game going to get competitive or not? I'm leaning towards the not, because we're probably going to score again here. Just had a 22-yarder to Graham. I noticed Tavares Towns got a carry in the simulating, and he's in there now. Towns trying to barrel over a defender. He's up to the 11. Is Saquon Barkley all right? He is definitely hurt. He never misses this amount of plays. On 2nd down, out to Juwan Johnson, who will have a first down. Towns inside, close. I don't think he has a touchdown in his career, but he's going to have the chance. 2 yards out. Tavares Towns the lone back. And we run it. Towns won't get there. We bring in the fullback Nelson Galloway. 3rd and goal. Handoff Towns. He is not even close. Wait a minute. I wanted to watch the next play because I thought we could go for it. We brought out the offense, the 2-minute warning hits, and we kick a field goal. Come on now. Going into halftime, it's 23-0. I want to check on the medical center here, and oh my. Looks like Saquon Barkley has broken his collarbone, and that's a multi-week injury. Usually, from what I've gotten watching football over the years, that's a 4 to 6 week injury, but in Madden, I think they tone everything down a little bit. Like, dislocated shoulder is always like, we'll see you in a week, or torn labrum is always like a 2-week injury. But I guess at some positions you could come back, or it depends which shoulder. But Chris Basley's leaving. Yeah, there are more injuries happening. But that's also like what raising the injury slider was supposed to do. Here's Towns on the carry, and he won't have much, but it looks like it's his show now for a while. We're missing Barkley, and we're missing Ruben Knight. I'm probably having to sign a running back after this game. Petrovsky on 3rd and 3. Fires this one out to Michael Thomas. 23 yards away now from the goal of the press conference. We fake it to Towns on 1st down. And he's got time to fire it for a touchdown. Kadarius Toney. How about this pass protection? Clean pockets for days. Even the sacks Carolina got, those were long developing plays. Those were late wins. This team is a juggernaut. It just hasn't gotten any better for the Carolina Panthers today. It's 37-0. And backups have taken the field at a variety of spots. And there is Nick Gresham making the tackle. That's got to be one of the first in his career. We'll see if Carolina breaks the shutout. But we will have some injury fallout to talk about here coming out of the Week 4 game, especially at running back. Darnold completes the pass for a gain of 9. Good job, team. 3rd and 1. Darnold over the middle, and it's Christian McCaffrey. New set of downs. Pressure got there, but continuing to work their way down the field. 1st and 10. Now I thought we were going to get him. Are you kidding me? How was Darnold untouched on that entire play, including the slide? Oh boy. Panthers not happy here with Matt Rule. Is this a sign of things to come? Well, it's certainly a sign of what things were this year. 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. And Darnold, yeah, you're getting sacked this time. It's Dexter Lawrence. Gresham's actually getting linebacker snaps right now, if you wanted to check out what he's doing. More pressure on Sam Darnold. They're basically conceding defeat here. Ready to punt the football on 4th and 18. So we could be looking at a real shutout here. That means Luke Cook needs to finish it here. And maybe we have to throw the ball a couple of times. Probably won't, though, on the first couple plays. Towns is the deep running back. And on 1st down, he runs it for a couple. Haven't been super impressed with the carries so far. Another run. Towns is stopped on first contact. Let Luke cook. Please, Aaron Slay, wide left in the bunch. Josh Meadows is also on the field. Here's Cook at the goal line. He extends and throws it for 5 yards. Can the defense get one more stop? We have 1:47 left to go. It's basically the starting edge rushers, but backups behind them. Luke Pope knocked the football out. We'll take it. Another sack on Sam Darnold, and it looks like we will get the shutout. We'll see. I don't think they'll use timeouts, so we should run 3 plays and finish this game. Here's a decent pickup for Towns. Tavares Towns, left side, had some room. He gets the first down. Towns, one last carry. He'll make it count. Touchdown. And after I didn't think he played great or anything, he caps it off with a nice touchdown run. Of course, Carolina called 7-man rush here. So all we had to do was basically block these linebackers and it was over. Safeties aren't even anywhere near playing defense here. So just straight up the A-gap and off to the end zone. We haven't done anything like this since that week 1 game against the Cowboys way earlier in the season. 44-0. The win streak does move to 17 total games. Brian Petrovsky played great. Giants are still the best team in the league. I wish Cook got to throw more than once, though. 408 yards for Brian Petrovsky. Forget 300, he'll top that. Tavares Towns, 64 yards. A lot coming on that final run. Overall, though, I still wouldn't say he played great, and certainly the bar is set pretty high by Saquon Barkley. So we'll see what the running game does over these next few weeks. That's a huge part of our success. Wow, 7 weeks. That's a serious one for Saquon Barkley. That makes me think more about a trade instead of a signing. That's a long injury. We will have Ruben Knight back soon. Quandre Holt will be back soon as well. Well, let's simulate here. Do we get Ruben Knight next week? Because if I have Knight and Towns, I might give it a week before I think about a trade. And honestly, I know Towns has superstar dev, but I think that Knight is better and should start. Everything we've seen so far points to Ruben Knight being the superior player right now. So all these players will be returning from injury then. Saquon Barkley is the only player, I believe, that'll be on the injury report. That is the case. Now, with this 44 injury, what's happening around the league? So, a couple injuries here on these teams. If I start to see like a bunch of starting running backs are out, I would probably knock it down 1 or 2 points. But so far, I'm only seeing Barkley for running back. I don't want it to be too much. I don't want us to get to know everybody's backup running back. And yes, it's a punishing position. There will be some injuries. But nothing here points to 44 being too much. Wait a minute here. We're talking about retirement again suddenly? Who is it? I'm thinking either Michael Thomas or Teron Armstead again. And it's Armstead once again. This is the second time this scenario has come up. I just dashboarded out because I wanted to see if it would let me basically bookmark this and open this next time. But it brought me right back into the scenario. So what we did last time, of course, was convince him to stay. Because we wanted him to be part of our season. He was a big signing for us, of course. And eventually he decided he did not want to retire as we kept winning. Now, we've just kept on winning 17 straight games. This scenario pops up again. From a story standpoint, I think if this is coming up again, his heart is still not in it, it makes way more sense for him to just retire if that's what he wants to do, if this is a situation that's now happened twice. I just dashboarded out again to reset the timer because, like, I'm usually about the story of things here, and I want there to be, compelling things happening in the franchise. I've already convinced him to stay once, but if he still feels this way after winning a Super Bowl and we haven't been losing, then it's not the team's success. We're going to let Terron Armstead retire. That's what he wants. I always want the best for my players, and as much as I hate the thought of not seeing you, I was reading that. I appreciate you understanding, Coach. It means a lot to me, and I know it won't fall short on the guys in the locker room either. Thank you for everything. So we got 5 staff points for that and 750 legacy. And indeed, Terron Armstead is announcing his retirement. What a change for this team. So going forward, we're going to have to figure out left tackle and running back now. Saquon Barkley is set to miss 6 weeks. I'm sure that it'll be like 5 games. The bye week will be in there. But now, who's playing left tackle? Well, we know it won't be Theo Herbert after I decided not to take him in the draft, and I talked about him maybe being the replacement for Terron Armstead. So now we have to actually replace him now. And I suppose that means that Sergio Angulo is going to get the chance to start. He's in his 3rd season. He's a 75 overall. And he is pretty good with the pass block finesse and his run block finesse. It's the power he struggles with. But out on the edge there, playing tackle, I think that it's going to be more finesse rushers he'll be up against. And I hope. So I know there'll be many that say, why would you ever let a great player just retire there when you want to win another Super Bowl? It's for the story. It's a journey over destination kind of thing here, and I don't play Madden just because my goal is to win a championship. That's part of it. But the entire thing the franchise community talks about is we want a more engaging, immersive experience. We want everything you see in the NFL, the highs and the lows. Without the lows, the highs are hollow and meaningless. So that's why I don't shy away from injuries or things that make the game more difficult, or in this case, a retirement that makes 100% sense. And that's how we're going to operate here. Now, we could shuffle things around. I mean, Emmanuel Adkins drafted him as a tackle, right? He doesn't have the most size. We could kick him out to tackle and then move in somebody else to guard. But I think that the running game would take a hit there. The running game's a big part of our success, so it's not so simple as just playing Adkins at tackle and playing a lower rated guard. Bredesen right now with a boost at 78. He's got his weaknesses too. So, am I okay with a lower rated player at tackle or right guard is the question. So if I want to sign a running back, the roster spot's already there, obviously. And do I get my cap space? Oh, I don't even need it. I had plenty of cap space already. So we can sign Myles Gaskin, Gus Edwards, Leonard Fournette, Lynn Bowden. I don't think any of those signings make a ton of sense, just like skill set wise. I feel that they're not different enough from Ruben Knight and Tavares Towns. And they're only a little bit better rated. I feel like it's just better to play the younger running backs. So unless we added somebody with more of a speed element like Tariq Cohen, I'm not sure I'm in a hurry to make a move today. Oh, but come on. They have Kene Nwangwu available. Come on now. I'm a Viking fan. He had a couple nice kick return touchdowns this year. But for now, I'm not going to make any roster moves. But that's, I think, a lot to digest from this episode now. After the injury to Barkley, the retirement of Armstead, we're still undefeated, and now gotta move forward replacing a couple key players. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section on the episode overall and what I should do for the next episode. Please leave your feedback, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day.